Okay, number 4 in the test, chapter 8. It's Halloween, and you are down to your last 10 candies. And you're going to give 6 luscious licorice. You have 6 luscious licorice and 4 others. And you're worried that you're going to lose your luscious licorice here. So you're going to let the kids draw randomly, and you're going to hope that they don't take your luscious licorice. And they don't get to choose it. So, since there's only 10 candies, you draw one, the probability changes. So this is no longer binomial. There is specific numbers in there, so it's not normal. It's not a continuous chance of you can get any 1.5 or 3.2 luscious licorice. It's very specific. So you have to build your own probability distribution, and you can do that with a tree diagram. Luscious licorice and not luscious licorice they choose for the first one, and then luscious licorice and not. And you could put in that the luscious licorice, there's 6 out of 10, and then after they choose one, it's 5 out of 9. And you could build this tree diagram and figure out all the paths that have no luscious licorice, 1 luscious licorice, 2 and 3 and 4. But I would think a 4-branch tree diagram would be messy. It would be easier if you did the probability distribution using combinations. They might choose none, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's going to go off, but I'm going to move that over. Hopefully you can see that. If I'm going to choose no luscious licorice, then I have to choose 4, because there's 4 that we're going to pick out of there. 4, from the 4 that are not luscious licorice, I have to choose 4. And I need a probability here of this outcome, and that would be choosing 4 out of the 10. And that would give me the probability of choosing none. Choosing 1, I would have to choose from the 6 luscious licorice, choose 1, and from the 4 that are not, choose only 3. That would make me a total of 4. Out of 4, choose 10. Or choose 2 from the 6 luscious licorice, and from the 4 that are not, choose 2. That would be the 4. Out of 4, choose 10. And then from the 3, 6, choose 3 luscious licorice, and 4, choose 1 non. That would be the total of 4. 4, choose 10. And finally, choose all luscious licorice. 6, choose 4. Out of, 10, choose 4 on the bottom. 10, I wrote these backwards. 4. 10, choose 4. 10, choose 4. I said what I wanted to do. 10, choose 4. If you figure those probabilities out, and you can't do binomial, can't do normal, you're going to have to actually do these. 4 choose 4 is 1. I know that. Divided by 10 math choose 4 is 0.005 to 3 decimal places. And then 6 choose 1 is 6. 4 choose 3 is 4, so that's 24. Divided by 10 choose 4, that is 0.114. 6 choose 2, not sure, so I'm going to go 6 math, I think it's 10, choose 2, and 4 choose 2 is 6 times 6, 4 choose 2, I know that's 6, divided by 10 math choose 4, and I get 0.428429, and then choose 3 times 4 choose 1 is 4, and that is 0.381, and this is times 1, because there's none, and that comes out to be 0.7071. Okay, so there's my probability distribution. Then I asked you to make a histogram of that. That was worth 6. Histogram, so 0, I'll make it this wide, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and the highest I have is 4, so this could be 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. If I go 0.005, that's not 0.1, that's not 0.01, that's half of that, so it's really low. 1 is 0.114, about that high. And 429 would be about that high. And 38 would be about that high. And 07 is less than 1, about that high. Now, to find the mean, these are not pretty numbers, so I'm going to have to use this probability distribution and go 0 times that, which is nothing, plus 1 times that, 0.114, plus 2 times 0.429, plus 3 times 0.381, plus 4 times 0.071, and I get a mean of 0.2399, basically 2.4. And the variance, I would do those numbers squared times those, so 0 squared times that is nothing, 1 squared times that is still 114, and then 2 squared would be 4, 3 squared would be 9, and 4 squared would be 16. And I get that answer, then I'd have to subtract the mean squared, minus 2.4 squared, and I get a variance of 0.635, and then I get a standard deviation of the square root of this, which is 0.796, 0.8 basically, 0.796. Okay, and that's number 4.